Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to an episode of my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager, and here it is, finally, round number 1 at the Australian Grand Prix. It is time to get into it. If you did miss the last episode, the pre-season, we went through pretty much everything, the driver lineups, not only for our team, obviously, that we've known for a while now, but just kind of reminding you guys, but going through the entire lot of giving you the different drivers, a lot of interesting transfers, so be sure to go check that episode out before you see this one. Also went through the pecking order, and we're basically all prepped. We did all the pre-prep and all the kind of usual pre-talk we would do ahead of practice, and we're going to go straight into this. We're going to add on the Adidas sponsor 626, so we're going for a maximum of 1.8 million earned this race, which is very good, of course, because we are a negative at the moment, negative 4.1, so we need 3 straight races where we earn as much money as we can to go back into the green. Australia at the moment practices heavy rain, clear and quali in the race, but we know from previous races that sometimes the heavy rain from practice likes to stick around for quali and sometimes even the race. So we'll see how it goes, and I'm hoping there might be some rain in the race to really mess things up, because as I said last episode, this is the best chance right at the beginning of the season to really get some good points on Mercedes, not just for us but also the other teams. Ferrari, Force India, Red Bull, yeah, pretty much everyone, really. You never know. There could be an outside chance for like Honda or Toyota to go out of nowhere. You just don't know if there's some rain at the very start. Reliability is maybe an issue. For us, it won't be. I think our car's pretty good if we look at the improved parts. Engine-wise, 85, 83, gearbox 82, 86, so very, very good, actually. Actually, we could probably remove those and start working on the brakes and things like the rear wing. That rear wing's actually a lot lower, 65%, very low. Our lowest part, actually, and then 70% here on the front wing we can work on if I can remove this engine and go there. So we may as well improve that, because about 80%, 85 should be good enough, especially Australia. Australia's not too strenuous on all those parts, so we're going to move forward then. Obviously, in terms of tyres, it's high tyre wear. We'll take 7 sets of super softs. We'll take 2 sets of the soft tyres. We'll take 8, and we'll take 5, actually. We'll go really aggressive on the super softs and plenty of medium tyres as well. You know what? I'm just going to reduce that to 1 tyre. I don't think we need soft tyres. I've never used the soft tires at all. I've also got 1 tire left here. Whoops, I'll go for 6. Yeah, I've never used the soft tire at Australia ever. Like, there's maybe other races where I'm maybe this season for the first time ever going to consider using the middle tire, ever since we used it quite well at USA, and as the car improves, the tire wear improves. But Australia, there's just no point. The tire wear's too high. It's always going to be like a 2-stop probably, with the medium tire involved at some point. And if there's rain, we're going to want that flexibility. I just don't see us needing the soft tire, so I'm going to go for that. Fit part wise, Rosberg's unhappy. We'll fix that for a second, my man. Need to redo this. So generally, I'm going to give equal car, but maybe just slightly better to Rosberg. So in terms of the brakes, I'll give better brakes to Rosberg. He's already happy. He's got the better engine already. Leclerc's happy as well, so I don't know, maybe I don't need to change anything. Leclerc's got the better front wing. I'll give the better rear wing to Rosberg, better gearbox to Leclerc. I will give the better gearbox to Rosberg. Leclerc's still happy, and suspension's not got too much there. If I swap these around, what happens? Nothing happens. So pretty much I can give Rosberg the best car possible, and Leclerc's still happy apparently. I'm gonna give him the better suspension. So we've got 1, 2. No, that's not 2. Just 1, 2. And 2. I've got 2 things that are better for Leclerc, so I will give the better brakes to Leclerc as well. I'll give, so we've got kind of a 3 to 4 kind of prong thing, but the better, bigger parts are for Rosberg. But overall, you can see by that chart, if you eyeball it, pretty equal. There's not a massive swing like I might have had in like Season 1 or Season 2 when we had Giovinazzi and Leclerc or Sainz in there, so pretty good. So let's move on then to practice. Interesting. Do I use Sainz in this session? I wonder. I reckon I may as well, because, you know, it's going to, it may not help Leclerc grow as a driver, but he's going to grow plenty in the qualifying session and the race, so I can probably afford to put Sainz in for the practice sessions. I may as well use him. I'm paying him 300k per race to have him on for this year, so I may as well use him for the usefulness of having that higher feedback compared to Leclerc and being able to get guaranteed all purple on the knowledge we're trying to get. So I may as well. I don't really know why I'm debating that, to be honest, so just waiting to load in, and then we'll get going here. We've got 11 feedback for Sainz, so no-brainer there, yeah. I mean, Leclerc stepped up even one more, so he's on feedback 8 now, which is really good. And he's 4 stars now in practice and qualifying due to his timesheet hero. So definitely the better driver for those 2 days. For the race, he's going to be 3.5 stars, because I told you guys last episode, I showed you guys, he improved due to his new trait. So he's actually, on paper, without the timesheet hero, still 3.5 stars. So he's actually now the better driver than Carlos Sainz, full stop. But feedback-wise, Sainz still got it, so we'll use him for practice. May as well. So I'll take practice, send them both out. I'm going to start them on the medium tires on the race trim. We got last year's setup, so let's see how that goes on for us. Obviously, the car has evolved, and so the setup may evolve as well. We've got a bit of high downforce on Rosberg, a little bit more time to send them out, and Rain's already out on track, but I'm going to keep them out anyway, because we'll bring them back in for this one little install lap, essentially, just to kind of get a gauge on the setup. But then, well, I don't know, it's going to be a tricky session, because if it is dry in the race, we might not necessarily get all the knowledge we want. So I'm going to go out on inters then and try and do the race trim, I guess. And then maybe at the end of the session, try and squeeze in as much time as we can on the dry tyres. But starting off, 2 greats and a good. Pretty okay start then to the setup. 93% is okay. We can improve things on the speed balance. I'm going to see what Rosberg comes in on, because we've got 38% on the gear ratio there. I want to see what Rosberg has. He's on triple great, and his gear ratio is a little bit higher. So let's improve and increase this for the top end speed and go to about there, I would say. Maybe a little bit more downforce potentially. For Carlos Sainz, I think I might have lower downforce for Rosberg. 8.6 on his front wing, 7, yeah, okay, high downforce. So let's go for a little tweak there, not too much. Let's try that on for size. We'll go on inters now, and Rosberg, what are you on? 94%, so we can definitely improve you a tad. So let's just maybe tiny little adjustment here we can. And we'll go race trim, and we'll go out on inters and see how that goes for them. But I'll keep them out on inters for a bit, because we may as well get at least maybe one level of knowledge. You never know if it's going to rain in quali. We might need that one level, and may as well, because it's going to be raining for quite a bit of this session. Actually, it's going to be raining again, so not just us, but the entire grid might not have very much dry tyre running in this session, and therefore that's going to just chuck the race into complete unknown in terms of no one's going to have a real advantage on one set of tyres. Everyone's just going to be on their kind of, resting on their laurels and resting on the car's performance, rather than a 15% boost of getting level 3 on like a soft tyre, for example, or a super soft tyre. So I'm going to bring them in now, because we can maybe do a little bit of dry running in this tiny period we've got here, and give me a chance to see how their setup goes. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed. 2 greats. Okay, we went backwards with Rosberg. Went in the right direction with Carlos Sainz's car, so that's fine. So we'll do a stint now we'll go on the qualifying trim, get some knowledge there, go on the super soft tyres and get that going. Rosberg, we're going to adjust you, mate. So we went backwards, so we need to go, we're kind of in a sweet spot, I guess, in the last set. We didn't change that much. We went one lower on percentage. I'm going to try that little change across the board and see if that works for him. We're going to go qualifying trim and on the super soft tyres. I know it's pretty damn damp right now at the moment, but that's going to dry out in a lapse time. So although the knowledge will be a bit slow as they go out right now, eventually it'll speed up as the track dries, and we're not wasting time in the pit lane for that then. A new setup unlocked for Rosberg. At the moment, we're at level 1 race trim. That's all right. Hopefully we can get that to level 3. Medium, 0. Inters 1 at least, and we'll get to level 1 pretty damn quickly. You can see, look at that, the speed of Carlos Sainz and Rosberg. Haven't had that for a while, because we've been using Leclerc at the tail end of last season for the practice, but here we go. Nice bit of dry period, and we are going to get at least level 2 on these, I would say. And the setup looks okay. Purple for Rosberg, so looking good. It's a 1-2 in practice. I never read too much into practice times, but it's always good to be top of the timesheet. They're going to come in. A little bit awkward timing. I mean, I don't know. I guess you could say perfect timing, really, for them to come in. We got level 2 on qualifying trim. Just missed out on level 2 on the super soft tyres. I'll go out again with Carlos Sainz, I think. I'll try and get that level 2 on super softs, because that will be very, very useful if we can get that. Not only for the qualifying session, but also the race. So I'll go race trim and super soft tyres and try and get that knowledge. For Rosberg, let's see his setup, please. There we go. Setup finally done. So we'll send them out on inters, and we'll do the race trim. Doesn't look like we'll be getting any medium tyre running done in this entire session. It will be all inters and super soft. So actually, I'm really counting on there being some rain in the race, or hopefully the race strategy is going to pay out in a way where super soft is going to be more useful, because it looks like at the moment the knowledge we're going to have for the race is going to be race trim and super softs, and we're going to have nothing on the medium tyre, which is unfortunate. But everyone else is going to be in the same situation. Right, Sainz is going very slow trying to gain this knowledge on the super soft tyres. I think he'll just tick over now to get level 2, hopefully. Come on, Sainz, come on. Yeah, there we go, level 2. We can bring him in now. So that took way longer than would normally do because obviously we're out on dry tyres when it's fully raining. But it was worth to grind that out because if it is dry in quali or if there's a little dry period in quali, it'll be really good to have that level 2. But now I'll send him out on the Inters race trim. I mean, we've already got level 3, so I may as well go out on qualifying trim. We're only on level 2, so we may as well do that, yeah. And Inters we're on level 2, so worth to go out on those tyres again. Rosberg, I'm going to bring him in because we may as well. He's on race trim right now. Swap him over to the quali trim. And so, to be fair, I mean, the knowledge we are going to get is pretty substantial on the rain setup, but I don't know. I really am going to need that rain to kind of cross over from this practice session all the way into Saturday and all the way into Sunday. But qualifying trim, Inter's tyres, there we go. Going to get level 3 in both those, so thumbs up on that front. Just a little bit worrying that we've got nothing but super soft tyre knowledge on dry tyres. Right, 1 and 3 there, so very decent showing. But of course, we're pretty much one of the few top runners that went to super soft, apart from Daniel Ricciardo there. So Ricciardo, pretty damn close with Sainz there. But let's go into quali then, and let's see, is there going to be any rain? That is the big question here. Yes, look at that, full rain, full bit of rain. So that gives us a lot of hope maybe for the race as well. But there you go. So very good. We got the knowledge on Inters. And in fact, oh wow, it's going to go to full wet. We did not get any knowledge on the full wets. I don't think the AI did either, so that's good as well. But full wet tyres. Okay, I mean, Leclerc does have quite a high adaptability level on his stats, so hopefully he can go well here. And Rosberg obviously has the pedigree. So qualifying trim and, well, might be some Inters, because I can just roughly see, due to our forecasting center, obviously we built last season, I can see about halfway through the session, it is maybe going to get towards Inters, or that might go to full dry tyres. So I don't know how to play this. I'm going to go to qualifying trim, and I will go super soft. I'll go super soft. If there's a slight chance it's going to be dry, I'd rather have that knowledge than the Inters. And it's going to be full wets for the first half, so may as well switch over. Full wets then. Oh, don't cancel Arav. Go to full wets, please. Full wets. Full wets Rosberg. And let's go. We'll set a banker lap just in case it doesn't get to dries. And then we'll go from there, basically. So I'll send Rosberg out straight away, may as well. And I'll send out Leclerc pretty fast as well. Because at the moment it's not fully wet, so in theory maybe get a little bit of one sector where it's not complete torrential rain, although I say that and it's fully wet now. I didn't send out Leclerc by mistake for some reason. I clicked send out and it didn't send him out for some reason. There we go, finally out, and so he's not going to have much room, unfortunately. Rosberg with a lot of clean air, cold and overheated, to be expected. I mean, look at the screen, it's torrential rain, so not surprising there. But let's see what Nika can do then. The first time in Season 4, the brand new car, a lot of hopes on this season compared to last. You know, we know where we stand from last season, and so now this season's teed up to be a very exciting one potentially. You'd like to think we can try and fight at the front in Season 4, but I also have my doubts. I want to keep my feet on the ground and just cautiously go about this and see how we do. And of course, in this first couple of races, you know, everyone's reliability might be a little bit poor, so you can't really too much into it. We'll fully know the pace by the time we get to about halfway through this season, I would say, but Leclerc, cold and overheated for him. He's got a bit of space ahead of him. He's got 2 cars ahead fighting, so if he just doesn't catch up to them, maybe he'll have some clean air. Rosberg at the moment did set a purple. That's now down to green, so that means someone else, Vettel, set a purple there. So on paper, remember last episode we said that Ferrari had the fastest car apparently overall. So Vettel and Ferrari, and remember Ocon, might be a threat this season, or at least in this session at the moment in the first race. Rosberg on provisional pole, but of course Vettel's coming through. Purple first sector for him. Let's jump to him through the last corner. Is Vettel going to put this on pole position? At the moment, Rosberg stays put ahead of Grosjean, ahead of Ricciardo. Vettel across the line. And Vettel's third. Vettel's third. That is amazing. So we are still first with Rosberg. Where's Ocon? What's Ocon doing? Bottas sets the purple sector. Verstappen's 4th place. Ocon has only set 2 greens. So the youngster, or I guess you could say the middle-aged Frenchman now in Season 4, does he match his teammate? I think he does. No, he doesn't. No, he's 1 second off his teammate. Wow. Big blunder there. Verstappen, Ocon, and Leclerc, I forgot about him. He's in P6, so he's 9/10 off Rosberg. So Rosberg coming in clutch there and showing why we still need him in the team at this moment in time. And now, yes, look at this. Dry period. I knew I should have hit the super softs. There we go. We can just wait. We can relax to the end of the session. And we can try and bop in a super soft time. So forget everything right now. We may be P1 and P6. That can be all thrown out the window. Because we are now going to a dry period. And anyone could get this. The track is going to evolve so fast. And so nothing's guaranteed. I'm going to wait till the last minute to send these guys out for the maximum track grip. Hopefully, fingers crossed, not behind another car and they get a clean run in, but that's going to be a risky game to play, but it's one I want to play for sure. So it took 1:28, so I'm going to assume it's going to be like a 1:20 lap time at least, so we can wait till about 2 minutes here, I would say. Yeah, track grip's going up and up and up. Not going substantially up at the moment, but we'll wait. We've got a lot of, actually, you know what? We've got a lot of clean air now off this car, so I'm going to send Rosberg out. Super soft tyres. Go out on auto. There we go. And now I'll send out Leclerc on super softs. Go on, son. Go on. Right, Leclerc has a bit of space ahead of him. Not too much, though. Rosberg, a lot of space ahead of him. So that's good. That's very good. Well, I got perfect and overheated for Rosberg there on the computer. I'm going to get perfect and overheated for Leclerc. At the moment, we're down the order now as everyone sets their dry time. But hopefully Leclerc doesn't get held up too much here. Goes around the outside. Okay. He's got fairly decent room. If he catches up to this car ahead, that will be an issue. At the moment, though, Hamilton on pole. Bottas makes it a 1-2 for Merc. What's Rosberg saying? It's a green. Vettel now on provisional pole. So he's gone fastest of all now, and it's checkered flag time. So Vettel at the moment doing the job for Ferrari. Ocon really poor. The youngster in Ferrari now P10. So Vettel, the old guard, doing the job. Rosberg at the moment. Green in the first. Green in the second. So at the moment, it's not going to be pole for Rosberg. It's green in the first for Leclerc. And it's held up by a car there. So I don't have high hopes for Leclerc, to be honest. We're 2/10 down through the final few corners now. Rosberg, plenty of clean air across the line. What's it going to be? It's P3. 2/10 off Sebastian Vettel. 400ths off Hamilton, and Leclerc across the line P6. That is okay. That is very decent considering he had a lot of traffic there. I think he had 3 cars to overtake, so I'm very impressed with that. That's good. To be 3/10 off Rosberg with traffic, good stuff, but there you go. We said it last episode. On paper, Ferrari overall are the fastest car at the moment at this point in time in Season 4. And that just proves it. Sebastian Vettel, pole position. So, I don't know. I don't want to tempt fate. Obviously, Mercedes got plenty of resources, so they might come back quickly in the season. And the race will be a different story. But at the moment, you know, it's looking good. Ferrari, they're there with Vettel at least. Ocon in the Ferrari did not do a good job. He's 1.1 off the pace of his teammate, so he's going to have to buck up big time there. And let's look around. Force India did pretty okay. Ricciardo did well. Verstappen not so much. Hartley did well in the Toro Rosso to be P9 up there. There was a shocker for Massa down there on the wet tyres. But yeah, us in P3, P6. Decent enough, I'd say. I think the race will be a little bit better for us, hopefully, especially for Leclerc, I'm hoping. So into the race then, having a look at the, well, first of all, forecast. It looks to be pretty damn dry, so I have a feeling it might be dry the entire race, but you never know. But at the moment, cloudy. So the tyres will go 9 to 11, and then 18 to 20 for the medium tyres. The soft tyres go 12 to 14. We've got one of those. So there is a chance we could end up using them. Maybe, I don't know. Let's have a look here. So those go 9 to 11. So probably for Leclerc, let's say 9 to 10. Probably can't stretch them to 11. So we're looking at about 19, 18 laps there. So we've got so nearly 20. So we've got 11, 12. So 12 laps to go then. If we get it to 19. So we did like 9 laps at the start. Then we have to go 11 on whatever tyre. And then another 10 on supers. So that kind of opens it up for the soft tyre, actually. And the thing is, I probably wouldn't have used the soft tyre if we had knowledge on mediums. But I don't have knowledge on mediums or the soft. I have it all on the super softs, though. So pretty much using these two, the only difference is the actual performance here, the star rating. Whereas if I did actually have medium tyre knowledge, that 15% boost, it would have been a no-brainer for me to use the medium tyres. But now, I think I might actually use the one and only softs I've chosen for both drivers, really. Because they might open us up. Also, if we use it in the second stint, it opens us up to be a bit flexible if it rains or starts to rain. So we're gonna start on the super softs as per usual, as we have done for a lot of races now. We're kind of, you know, in the mindset of we're a top team now, so we should be using the fastest tire available at the very start. Let's try and match everyone as best we can to start here, and then we'll go on. But yeah, I think we'll go super soft, soft, and super soft. I don't think we'll need to use the mediums. I don't know. Might have to dive onto it with Leclerc if the tyre weight isn't there for him on the super softs, but I think Rosberg should be able to comfortably do the super soft to the soft tyres. But here you go, confirmation that Leclerc is now on paper in the race, 3.5 stars now. So he is ahead of Sainz now in terms of stats across the board overall. So let's go into this race then, choose the knowledge, super softs and the race trim then. Super softs and the race trim, not intermediate, super softs, there we go. And let's do this thing. Australian Grand Prix, 3rd and 6th. Vettel on pole. Let's go for the first race in Season 4. Let's do this thing. To 5 red lights to the Australian Grand Prix. Rosberg, will he get a good start? Oh, bit of a sluggish one, actually. And he's going to remain P3, but P4, Ricciardo down the inside. Ricciardo is looking very, very punchy side by side there. Leclerc down to P8. It's been a poor start for him. He's lost 2 positions. Rosberg's going to lose another one there. So, frustrating poor start for both those guys. Let's go full out attack and try and get these positions back if we can. Ricciardo around the outside. He's up into... No, that's Verstappen. My bad. Wow, Ricciardo's into first. My bad. I completely read that wrong. Ricciardo, he's first place there. It's Ricciardo from Vettel, Hamilton, Verstappen that we get around the outside with Rosberg fighting back, attacking on the tyre, and we're up into P4 now. And so that's good at least. But Ricciardo, what a stonking start from him from 4th place. And he's there. I don't know why the Red Bulls are in... The Red Bulls are in all black. They don't have the red part of the Red Bull on the engine cover. Like, even from zoomed out, you could see that last year. Now you can't. They're just fully blue. Looking like... I think they're looking like their pre-season from 2018 in real life. You remember that silver livery they had in pre-season in their filming day, their launch livery? It's kind of looking like that. But here we go. Down the inside now. Up into P3 maybe. Hopefully that'll be in. Leclerc has come out of nowhere in P6. So he's done a good job to get past Bottas and Perez. And now he's down the inside of Verstappen. Whereas Rosberg now is still side by side with his old teammate Hamilton, and he's ahead now, P3. The tyre temps are looking okay. Fuel is looking okay, I would say, as well. And everyone's still attacking a lot on the fuel. I'm the only one attacking on the tyres still, but that's because we're okay on the tyre heating for now. Now we can go down to pushing. Now we'll go down to pushing, calm this down. But Rosberg up into P2. Leclerc now P5 ahead of Verstappen. And what was that? That was a little jolt in the weather. Is there any... No? Okay, no. Okay, that's just the graphics playing tricks with me. I thought for a second there, the way the light flashed a little bit, I thought that was that classic flash of like, oh, it's going to start to rain here. But Leclerc, look at this now, right on the back of Hamilton, looking good. And this is really good to see that Mercedes down the inside. It's an easy overtake for Leclerc. Mercedes at the moment not looking so OP right now, which is a very good thing. So Leclerc, keep on going, son. I'm going to go high in neutral, and I'm going to go high in neutral for Rosberg now. Calm things down in the race and settle down. But at the moment, Rosberg only half a second behind Ricciardo. So he's looking good, chasing off that lead. So we're in a legit scrap for the lead of this Grand Prix, it looks like, with Daniel Ricciardo. Whereas Vettel is falling away a little bit. And Leclerc and Hamilton, look at that. Nose to tail. It's going to be a big old scrap for P3, I think, soon enough. In terms of pace, Leclerc a little bit slow on this lap, but hopefully he stays ahead of Hamilton. Let's have a look down that straight. Ooh, Hamilton closes in a little bit. You can definitely see the Merc still has the engine power over us, but just about to stay ahead. And ooh, look at that! Hamilton with an issue on the car. So what did I say about early on? We might see some reliability issues, and Mercedes have one. Now remember, last season they had this as well. Last season, both Mercs had to pit at the last minute in this race for mechanical failures. Now, a very early on issue for Hamilton, so that's good to know. But 0.7 now. The gap is from Rosberg to Ricciardo, so it's kind of settled down and it's increasing in Ricciardo's court. But that's fine because at the moment we're on neutral. Ricciardo's on neutral as well, but you know we need to try and stretch this to lap 9 at least. At the moment, doesn't look like there's any rain, so I think we are going to stick to this super soft to soft tyre strategy. So now it looks like a bit of a calm moment in the Grand Prix, to be honest. I think all of us are now settling down, and all of us super soft runners in the top 5 are just trying to stretch this to our respective pit stop laps. So I think we'll cut later on and give you a bit of an update here, and hopefully it can be an update that Leclerc is on the back of Vettel to overtake him maybe. Well, lap 7 we got a worn tyre message for Charles Leclerc, so going to protect them a little bit, 29%, so we're fine to go neutral right now. Once it goes red, the number, then we'll start to conserve. At the moment, the gap is 5.4, so as soon as that starts to get towards 6, I will start to push into pit. But as long as that's still within that 5-second region, that's okay. The gap at the moment from Rosberg to Ricciardo has been extended to 1.1, as we saved a bit of fuel earlier on the Grand Prix. Now we're pushing, but I'll go back to neutral now. Let's bring the gap to 1.0. Hamilton pits, and he's way down the order. 5.7 now. The gap is right. I think it's time to push in now. Going to go overtake mode, conserve, and we're going to come in. We lost 1.1. Yep, definitely time to come in. So Leclerc can't manage this. Vettel can't either, and so he's pitting in as well this lap. So good to note that Rosberg's got some good tyre wear there compared to Vettel as well. So what are we doing? Only 8 laps. So maximum 16 laps then on 2 sets of super soft tyres. So 16, that's just not enough, is it? We need a 15 lap stint then, and that's going to be the mediums basically. The soft tyres can't do 15, so I think it's going to be medium tyres and maybe leaning on the mediums a little bit more. So kind of like a Mark Webber situation with Leclerc. Just, you know, he was never able to really protect his tyres as much as Vettel back in the day. He just generally, you heard Horner always talk about he leaned on the tyre more. Leclerc just does that. He has done since the very start of this series. So we're going to use the mediums and see how that goes for him. I'll be curious to see what Vettel goes on. I have a suspicion Ricciardo might go on mediums. Because I think the Red Bulls just generally always go on harder tyres, really. And they've always tried a very audacious set of strategies, because you never know, Ricciardo might try something crazy. But for now, we're okay with Rosberg. He's only lost 4/10 in that last lap, but I'll go overtake mode now. Ricciardo's not going to pit. I'm not either. And I'll continue on with Ricciardo for one more lap here. Right, Leclerc is in then, so we're going to move on to him. Vettel's in as well. And no mistake, hopefully. Please, no mistake on the rear jack. Slight mistake. 2 seconds lost there on the rear jack. Then that is unfortunate. And we have lost maybe about a second there. We lost 2 seconds, but overall we lost about a second maybe to Vettel, who might have also had a fudge on his pit stop. But he's also on the medium, so that's good. We're covering off Vettel, essentially, on that set of tyres. But Rosberg now, where is he? He's gained a little bit, so overall not lost anything. We're going to go on to the set of... What do we do? I'm going to go soft tyres. Yeah, we're going to make the call. I'm going to make the call. It's a bold one, but I'm going to go for it. I want to try this. I want to try this out. Ricciardo, first place. He's going to pit. 1.4 the gap is now. We're going to come in. As soon as he comes in, I'm going to pit. I'm going to go on to low fuel. Make sure let's attack into the pit stop, please, Rosberg. And he's 1.4 now. And now I'm going to go low. There we go. Right, save some fuel in the pit lane. Leclerc at the moment pushing on the mediums, doing okay. Let's go medium there, and let's just hold station like that. No mistake on the pit stop for Rosberg. That's good. So he comes out. He's going to be just ahead then of Hulkenberg. What the hell? That Renault looks very different. Wow, okay. Renault going for a very different look. They've gone for grey and yellow. Okay, that's very intriguing. Okay then. Renault with a very different look. To me, I can't see it too much from here because it's so zoomed out, but that actually looks alright zoomed out. Like, I don't know. That looks okay. I like. It's kind of like, it looks like Archer, actually. Actually, yeah, in the comments below, let me know. That looks like an Archer car from like my previous Archer career mode. That so looks like an Archer car. That's hilarious. Right, Rosberg, what's up with you? Right, you're saving fuel. Let's go medium, and let's go neutral now. And at the moment, where are we with regards to Ricciardo? We are... 2 seconds behind, so we lost a little bit of time in the pit stop there, so I think he lost some time coming in. But Ricciardo also on softs, actually. So breaking news, I'm covering Ricciardo with Rosberg, and I'm covering Vettel with Leclerc. So our respective battles are on the same tyre, so that's pretty good. Vettel has the same tyre wear shoes as me with Leclerc, and Ricciardo does not, like Rosberg. And also look at that, Vettel's already taken so much out of his tyres. He's 88%, whereas I'm 91%, so we're doing a good job here. I'm going to take this patient, because Vettel, I don't know why he's pushing so hard on the fuel, because all these guys are going to come in eventually, so no point pushing right now. I'm going to take it nice and easy, protect these tyres, and I'm going to use them right at the end and really push hard on the in-laps on this medium tyre. That's the plan here. With Rosberg, though, we're right behind Ricciardo. No, we're right behind Stroll right now, who's in blue. Okay, so Williams are now turned all blue. There's a lot of different things happening in this career mode. A lot of teams have changed their colours, for sure. Right, sit rep on lap 14. At the moment, Stroll is still there. And so now he's holding us up. We're 6.3 behind Ricciardo. This has gotten annoying and unfortunate. I don't know what the pace would have been without Stroll there, but we've definitely lost time with him. Dirty air has not been good to us. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, his tyre temps are really low, so we can now start to push those. and push the fuel a bit, and we can start to maybe close up on Vettel, because you can see Vettel's only there, and the tyre temps are that low, and we're that close to Vettel. I think we can get him now. He's got a good pace, Leclerc, 110 faster. I think now is the time to push with him, and we can try and overtake him. Meanwhile, with Rosberg, I'm going to go overtake mode. We need to get ahead of Stroll now, at least on this lap. Please get ahead of him. Come on. He's going to pit in this lap. That's really unfortunate. We only get past him on the lap he's going to pit. That's really annoying, really frustrating, but there you go. But now going to push in a little bit, wear out these tyres a little bit more, because we need to try and catch up to Ricciardo now, who is 6.7. We need to reduce that to, we need to close that up. We're chasing after the lead, so let's hope we can do that. Meanwhile, Leclerc, he's right up Vettel's chuff. Hopefully he can do this. Let's go to overtake mode and help him out a little bit. Come on, into the hairpin maybe. Ooh, close stuff. Down this back straight, still pushing hard. The tyre temps are still very low, but here we go. Come on, into the second last corner. No, not quite. Nose to tail here. Come on, Leclerc, please. Dude, you had the +1 overtaking attribute. Come on. I know he's Vettel. He is Vettel. He's a very good driver, but there we go. Come on. Come on. Oh, so close. Side by side with Vettel. We're really burning the fuel now. I can't afford to be burning this much fuel. Come on. Come on, man. Right, full out attack. Full out attack. Let's go high. Come on. Yes, there we go. Ahead of Vettel. And the tyre wear is just about the same. 59. And it's what? 59 and 55. Yeah, that's good. Go medium now. And let's push away and start to save that fuel again. Good stuff there. Leclerc, P4. That will be a net P3, hopefully, when Verstappen pits. Meanwhile, for Rosberg, the gap is 5.9. He's not closed down the gap too much, and we still need to save fuel. So I'm gonna be patient here, and I'm going to hope that we can try and close that 5.9 gap down later on in the Grand Prix by being patient right now and saving the fuel and saving the tyres. Right, warm tyres for Nico Rosberg. He just told me there, 29%. It's soft tyres, so we can lean on them a little bit harder than we did with the super softs. Verstappen's going to be very interesting in this Grand Prix. He's on a one. He's in sync with us pit stop wise, and he's on super softs right now. Actually, don't know data center wise. What has he done? I want to have a look here. Pit stop history. Verstappen. What did? Oh no, wait. 1 second. Tire history. There we go. That's the one. What's Verstappen? He's on soft, so he went 13 laps on soft tires. So we pit on 10 with Ricciardo. We should theoretically be able to go to lap 23, apparently. Verstappen did that, but I'm going to guess we can only go 11. So 11 laps will be 2 more laps that we need to eke out here with him. Meanwhile, you can see me and Vettel on the same one. Medium tyres. Kobayashi went 16 laps on mediums. If we went 16 laps from lap 11... no, sorry, not from lap 11. From lap 8, I should say. From lap 8, then we should go to lap 19. So pretty much now is theoretically when Kobayashi came in, but he's on heavier fuel. Right, okay. So stretching 2 more laps with Rosberg. But do I start pushing now and maybe come in 1 lap earlier? Maybe. Ooh, don't know. What's Ricciardo going to do? He's not pitting yet. He's gained 1/10. He's pushing. I should push now with him. I need to push now with him. We need to... the moment the fuel is okay, actually. We've saved a lot of fuel here, so let's push with him. Right, so we're covering off Ricciardo with that pushing rate. At the moment, Leclerc, let's start pushing and go high with him as well. Mechanical issue for Valtteri Bottas. He's retired from this Grand Prix, and Hamilton's last. Mercedes have had a nightmare. That is exactly what we wanted. Mercedes a nightmare, although Ricciardo, to be fair, it's maybe not a great thing. Oh, look at that smoke there. That's Bottas retiring with a whole amount of smoke, but Ricciardo's looking very, very peachy at the moment. Right, we gained 5/10 there. What's Ricciardo saying? He's gained 6/10. Right. Let's go overtake mode. Let's push in, and we're going to pit this lap, I'd say. Yeah, let's push in. We're going to pit this lap. So 2/10 gain there. 7/10. We've set a fastest second sector. Ricciardo did not. So we've gained some time there, and we've got 10 laps left. Super softs all the way, baby. 15%. Fast mixture. There we go. Right, let's save some fuel now as we come into the pit lane. We've gained 7/10 there with 3.9 behind Ricciardo as we come into the pit lane. That is very good. Now, meanwhile, for Leclerc, we need to go on for maybe 2 more laps, I would say. And he's got the tyre wear for it for sure. So let's keep on pushing then, Leclerc. Keep on pushing on those tyres, please. Rosberg, no mistake. No mistake. Good stuff. Comes out and go medium and pushing. And we're out ahead of Vettel, so that's good. No traffic there from Sebastian Vettel. That's what we want. And Leclerc is up the road. If Rosberg catches up to Leclerc, I will tell him to let him through. But you know what? If we can push hard enough, we could maybe catch Ricciardo. I don't know. If Ricciardo's slow enough. He's on soft tyres, actually. He's on soft, so we've got a tyre advantage. So we need to just protect the super softs and hope the natural pace of the super softs allows us to close up on Ricciardo. I hope. That's the theory, really. But Leclerc now pushing like a madman. Let's see. 1.7 the gap. Let's see if Leclerc can catch Ricciardo at the moment this stage of the Grand Prix. Set a purple last sector, actually. He's going pretty damn fast, but now he's not catching. 2.3. Ricciardo starts to flex his muscle, but good pace there from Leclerc on that previous lap. Purple last sector. He's gone faster again. Vettel is he going to pit in this lap? If he does, I'm going to cover him off. Yeah, he is. Right, we're going to cover him off. We've actually got Vettel in our back pocket. We've got Vettel in our back pocket with Charles Leclerc. How about that? Right, lap 23. 8 laps to go. Just about should make it on super softs. Front wing's a little bit crucial. Gearbox is crucial. So not alls. You know, it's not all rosy. We could still have car issues ourselves, but let's come in. The one thing we won't have issues on is the engine for sure, but we'll come in now. Low fuel and pit in and cover off Vettel. But Rosberg, what are you saying? Ricciardo, fast up the Grand Prix. Looks like Red Bull's got some good pace at the moment. Red Bull come out the blocks. What did I say? I said in the qualifying session, Ricciardo didn't look great against Vettel, but he could come out in the race and do it. Right, we're ahead of Stroll now with Leclerc. That's good, so we're not going to lose time there. We'll go medium, and we'll just go on like that. We've got Vettel covered, so I think it will be good. Oh, Vettel had a disaster in the pit lane. What the hell? Vettel's down to 10th. He had an absolute disaster in the pit lane. Okay, very weird. Right, lap 28. The tyres are underheated at the moment for Rosberg. He's got 1.1 faster, and we're really pushing now. It's going to have some tyre wear engaged, but the tyre temps are so low, because I was conserving the tyres, that we need to bring them back up. For Leclerc, he's saving fuel at the moment, because I don't need to worry. At the moment, he's P4. Actually, I do need to worry a little bit, because Verstappen's up the road. He's just up the road. We need to catch him and overtake him, actually, out of nowhere. Verstappen... So actually, under the radar, Red Bull have come out as the strongest team full stop. Verstappen has done a really great strategy to undercut me, essentially. Or overcut me, really. Overcut me in the first stint and then undercut me in the second stint. And he's got ahead of us. So we do actually need to... So both our cars are catching Red Bulls and need to pass them. Leclerc's actually looking closer to his Red Bull than Rosberg is, though. So come on, Leclerc, let's do this. We need to get him. Right, lap 20 on to lap 30 now. 5.3 the gap. I don't think we're going to get this. I think Ricciardo's really got this wrapped up. 5.2. He's controlled this really well. And to be fair, it looks like the Red Bull car is a real challenger, at least right now, this season. They're looking very, very good. We need to also save fuel now with Rosberg. We don't have enough fuel left in the tank. Leclerc, we do. We are pushing. And Verstappen has issues. We are nearly close to issues ourselves with the gearbox here. But let's keep pushing on, Leclerc. Keep pushing on. We're one lap away, so to be honest, we can start attacking now. Let's start attacking. Leclerc has the tyre wear. Who would have thought it? Leclerc's got better tyres than Rosberg at the moment. Let's go attacking. Let's catch Verstappen. Let's at least get a 2-3 here, please, Charles. 2-3 would be a great way to start, because we know, I'm banking on the fact that I think Merc are still going to come back this season, and Red Bull can't keep this pace up over the course of the season, whereas I can, and Mercedes can. They can have this one win. I don't think they'll be winning... They won one race last season. We won 2. Merc won 10. So I think we don't need to worry about them winning this one. We can just, you know, take the 2-3 if we can. But at the moment, I don't know. We'll get that. Come on, Leclerc, right there for the taking. Come on, man. Come on, son. This is for P3. The podium, mate. Yes, down the inside. There we go. Fantastic, Leclerc. 3-2. That's what I'm talking about. That's probably the best result we could have hoped for, because Ricciardo a bit too strong here. I mean, Ricciardo had issues himself. We could have got him. 4.3 is the gap as Hamilton smokes away. So big disaster for Mercedes, last year's champions. But it's going to be Daniel Ricciardo that goes across the line to win his home Grand Prix. So fair play, winning your home Grand Prix. Good on him. Second place, though, Rosberg. And third place, Charles Leclerc. Fantastic job, Charles. Third place, 2-3. Maximum we could have got today. Brilliant stuff. Good. And I'm very confident. I'm looking forward to this season now. Merc on the back foot. They have to catch up. And I'm guaranteeing Red Bull don't keep this pace up. I think we can win more races than they can this season. They only won one last year. And it was the first race of the season, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, last year, season 3. Remember, we had to redo the race. In the pre-redo, I won the race with Sainz, but in the redo, Ricciardo won. So their one and only win last season came here at this very racetrack. So I am super confident that we don't need to be too worried about Ricciardo's pace. I think we can take them. I'm looking forward to the next round actually now to prove that. I think we can maybe take them. If not, then fair play. It's going to be a good championship because Merc will come back, you know that for sure. Ferrari on paper should be the fastest car, so we could have a 4-way team scrap here for the championship, which will be a lot more enthralling than just me versus Mercedes. So looking good. 2-3, I'm happy with that. Constructors-wise, I think we should be, I don't know, I think the win for Ricciardo might keep Red Bull ahead, but 18 and 15 there. So second and third, silver and bronze trophy. Constructors-wise, 4 points behind Red Bull. But still, good start for us. Second place there. And Mercedes, crucially, 0 points. 0 points. Toro Rosso in Force India finished ahead of Ferrari as well. So that's a really bad day in the office for Ferrari. I mean, Vettel should have been fighting me for a podium. He would have been right there overtaking Verstappen as well. But he had a horrendous pit stop that dropped him down to P10. And then Ocon really did not impress. Stinker of a weekend for him. And then Toro Rosso, big shock for them actually, because they were down in P like 9 for like on pecking order, and they're up in P4 at the moment. So good job all round. But great first episode then of Season 4. So guys, if you did enjoy that Grand Prix as much as I did to commentate it and talk through it and play through it, then hit that like button. Let's try and aim for over 1,000 likes if we can for the beginning, the real beginning of Season 4 here, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and do you agree with me? Do you think we've got this? Do you think Red Bull are going to fall away? I definitely do. And if you're on your own here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. 1.7 in the bank, and so we already reduced our debt to 2.3. So on that positive, very positive note, I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.